the Catfish and the Bottlemen. Guys, good to see you guys.
Good to see you, mate.
First time in Seattle, because we used to hang out in Chicago a whole bunch.
Yep.
And I remember seeing you guys play at Shuba's, tiny club, and maybe 70 people the first time.
Yep.
And I think you may have talked more in between songs than you actually played songs.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And then to watch you guys grow every step of the way has been fascinating. Does it feel any different?
Since the Shuba days?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, well, like you say, one of the things there was like we didn't have enough songs to play, did we? So there would be a lot of talking in the sets to build up that hour. But yeah, I guess seeing the crowds grow, even from that room, we always remember those Shuba shows, and then growing up through the rooms. Now, what was the last time we played there? Aragon?
The Aragon Ballroom. I mean,
yeah.
We've done so many sort of classic venues there, hasn't there? We've been lucky enough to play a good few in the Riv, and even the House of Blues show we did after the
one
Lollapalooza last year.
before the Lollapalooza set.
Yeah,
I felt like the floor was going to fall out because the crowd is just so intense. And now you have the new record out. This record is a growth. You can hear it from the previous two. What has changed in the writing process for putting these records together?
We were just talking about that before we come in, weren't we? About the newer stuff, the next stuff. I guess each time for us, the surroundings change so much so that, we feel like, last time round we were just in that studio all the time, non-stop. So I guess that changes a lot of things, whereas the first two times you get to go out and you get to go back on tour and stuff like that. So that was different last times. Writing-wise, nothing really that much, like, apart from just growing up, I guess, like changing. You realise, there's places in the set that could do with a song like this. For instance, like Long Shot. Now we've been opening that all year, and it's almost written to open a set, and it opens the album as well, and it was the first one back. So just, I think from playing live so much, you pick up on crowd reactions, and you pick up on old songs dipping out, new ones feeling like they've got a place. So I think that is the thing that kind of changes the most. As you get bigger, the rooms change. As you tour internationally, I guess, like when we went to South America, you can tell a song like Twice or Seven will go over more there than a first album track. So that kind of thing, really.
Yeah. You worked on this new record with Jack Knife Lee. What did he bring to the table?
Loads of sounds.
Yeah. It's just sonically amazing, and like a real bass level music enthusiast. Like there's every morning in the studio there was a box of new records coming, some that you'd heard, some that you hadn't, and he sort of operated in the studio the way we like to, where there's constantly music playing. When you're not recording yourself, there's another album on when we're sat having dinner. If we're in like a residential studio shopping, there's constantly other stuff listening, and we sort of matched on that level, didn't we?
Yeah, and it was
the fanatics.
There was always the door going, and someone turned up with a stack of vinyls. He'd always be ordering vinyls, wouldn't he? Every other day.
So there's
something new vinyls coming up.
Something new to suck in.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. And then what I really like is that it didn't change who you are. I mean, it sounds like a Catfish and the Bottlemen record. It's like he was able to add to it, but it doesn't. You didn't lose yourself in his production.
Yeah. But it's always every album we try and do that. Like keep because we, how we like to operate. We love playing the shows live, and I don't think you can ever really come close to hearing a song how we do it live. Like compared to recording, that's just one chance, one take at it, trying to get it the best version you can. But so we always try and bring that factor in, the energy of that. But then the producer tries to, like, I guess, shake that off us, because we do play pretty loud when a song doesn't need to be that loud sometimes.
Right.
I do like that about a good producer, though, where they don't try and steal a show and just make it, this is my stamp on it now. This just sounds like another one in the catalogue of my records. It's more about making the best record for the band, and he's very much about that.
I think perfectly well said. That is exactly what a band, I think, should be looking for. You have played, speaking of live shows, you played a whole bunch of really big shows in your career. Just, a couple summers ago, touring with Green Day and whatnot. What's been the highlight after all of those big shows? Anything stand out? What's the takeaway?
Earlier, but not so early this year, we got to do the third installment of like the UK Arena tour, and we did Newcastle Arena, which is where I'm from. So like that was it. And I used to work at that arena as a steward, so that was like a sort of full circle moment for me. So that was a standout of this year, anyway.
Yeah,
we did a big one in Glasgow this year. Transmit got to headline that festival, and I just remember there being a full moon, lighting the whole gig. and just the amount of people being there. It was a pretty big moment for us doing that, because I think we'd done it, or that park, the Glasgow Green, was it, or something like that? Was it? We've done that quite a few times, so to be able to go all the way up and headline that bill, even just getting the main bit backstage was a big deal. Like, so.
And then I guess the stuff that we've just announced for next year as well. We're doing some of the biggest UK shows. We've done like the big outdoor one in Wales and things like that.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot more to come in that aspect.
Yeah, that's. I mean, obviously, there's always going to be some other shows, big giant festivals to headline and whatnot, and that's coming. It's coming.
I know it's getting there.
So brand new single, "To All." What's that about?
To All. What's that about? To All. I get it's a one for our mates and like the fans of the band and people who kind of like have stuck with it since day one. So just kind of a nod to the people who like stick with you through life, I guess, and like encourage you to go on and smash things. So that really, I think. But I didn't think that was as big as some of the other ones. But it was the people around us. Every time we played that in sound check and stuff like that, the crew would always react good to it, and our label and management loved that. Our mate Larry, who's been with us since the start, he always picks the singles, and he picked that from the off. So that one's been doing really well out here for us at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good one. To me, it reminds me of "Homesick," which is another one of my
my
early favorites.
Oh, okay.
So I love it. How important was Christmas to you guys growing up?
Christmas, love a good crimbo.
I mean, as much as it is to anyone, it's nice this year because we get the full Christmas period off, so we get to go back and do the family shtick thing without having to race away too quick. So. But I love Christmas. It's just guilt-free excess.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas movie?
I know it's a tried and tested favorite. It's a Wonderful Life, just because it's dark as hell as well as.
You're right. You're actually absolutely right. I can't go a season without watching it.
Yeah.
Does Arnie's one count? Turbo Man. That's quality. That
Turbo Man.
Oh, that's the toy in it, isn't it? It's
but is that a Christmas one though?
Yeah, it is. Is it Jingle All the Way? It's the film, though, isn't it? Is that
probably
right?
Jingle All the Way.
And the toy's Turbo Man, isn't it?
Yeah. Does he fight a reindeer in it or something like that?
That was real life, I think.
But I don't mind Christmas. Got me mum a dog for Christmas.
There you go. So. Can you name all of Santa's reindeers?
Dozy, bashful,
reckless. No.
Fair enough. I cannot wait to see you guys on stage at 6:30 tonight. It's Catfish and the Bottlemen at Deck the Hall Ball.